It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood today, and we're celebrating a beautiful October morning. It's absolutely beautiful, but something has changed, and let me see if you can guess what's changed. You're right, the car's gone. What the heck is going on? What happened to the Corvette? Taking its place is the lawnmower. Oh, jeez. I don't know what the heck's going on here. Things are going crazy, and I wanted to tell you about it. I'm having a very, very, very difficult decision, and I'll tell you what the decision is. The decision is, do I buy a Z06 or do I buy an E-ray? What one should I buy? And that's really, really, really the difficult question. And put down in the comments below, what do you think? Should I get a Z06 or an E-ray? And they're both amazing cars. They're both incredible. The Z06 in particular sounds like a Ferrari, I think. It's just the greatest sound in it. I have friends that own them and they love them. But the E-ray I'm curious about, because for the first time ever you can buy a brand new Corvette with all-wheel drive. What the heck? All-wheel drive? That's unbelievable. And it's very, very quick. Quicker than the Z06 according to GM. So that's an intriguing car too. So what I'm trying to do is make up my mind, and maybe you guys can help me out a little bit. And the other thing I've done is I've done the math on the two cars, and that's interesting too. And hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'm really close to the build date. My build date is next week. So my build week, I should say, is next week, supposedly. So we'll see what happens, and in the meantime, I want to tell you a little story. So the story I want to tell you, just as a little aside here, is I met a guy up in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, whose name was Jake Delaney. And Jake had Corvette concepts that he started down in Florida when he moved to Florida. And he did a lot of performance work and what have you, and paint work on Corvettes. I met him in 2000. I had a 2000 C5, and he had a 2000 C5. And we didn't know each other, but one day I'm driving by his house, and there's this guy sitting up front, so I had to pull in the yard and go over and see who this guy is, and how did he get, a brand new C5. So anyway, we get talking and we get looking at the calipers. The calipers are awful. They're gray, they're black, grayish black. I forget what the color was now, but it was only one color and you couldn't get any other colors or anything. We all thought that was not too smart. So he and I both painted our calipers. He had like a red mist kind of a car, and it looked red, darker red. And I had like a fire engine red, torch red C5, and I gotta be careful, I'm just saying C8. So anyway, that day we actually went down to the automobile parts store and bought ourselves some paint and some clear coat, and we came up and we sprayed the calipers of both of our cars. His was the darker red and mine was the, torch red. And off we went driving our cars, and we thought, it was pretty cool. We changed the color of the calipers because I've never seen anything but the same color that came from the factory. So we went to the birthday bash down in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And guy who was the chief engineer at that time was Dave Hill. And Dave Hill came over and he got looking real close at our calipers, and he really liked what he saw. And lo and behold, the very next year, I'm helping out over at with tours over at the assembly plant, and I see a 2001 2001, yeah, Z06, and they had paper covering all the calipers. I'm going, this is kind of strange. They got paper covering all the calipers, but I noticed one of the calipers, the paper was torn so you could see the caliper, and guess what? That caliper was red. Son of a gun. Good old Dave Hilly got looking at our stuff, and he, well, I don't know. I want to think that he probably got the idea from us. So I'll leave it at that. So that's the story, and Jake Delaney was a very good friend of mine till we lost him a couple of years ago. Great guy, lots of fun, lots of laughs, and a real character. I'll just tell you a quick story about Jake Delaney. He's the only one that I know. He had a little thing he did with music, and he got all this musical stuff, and he could sing along with the music, and he had a pretty good voice too. He goes down to the National Corvette Museum. They let him set up and sing songs, and you know what he sings? You won't believe this. He's in the National Corvette Museum now, and what's the song he sings? Mustang. I laugh every time I think about it. Mustang Sally. I don't know if he got booed or not, but I'm sure that he might have got booed on that one. So that's the story. I thought you'd be interested in that story. All right. We're here at Don Mealy Chevrolet in sunny Florida. And we're going in to talk to the man about a new Corvette. So there you go, right there. Okay. Is this a Corvette showroom or what, huh? What? Look at this. Look at this. Plenty of cars. Great cars here. Beautiful.
How you doing, Bob?
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. So
I just took a beautiful
trying to fill
display
these
you
slots.
got here.
I know, it's like a museum in here now.
Riptide. Another Riptide. Beautiful. It's really something. I love the engine compartment here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
Have you ever owned a vet?
Wow.
I own 3 of the older ones.
Huh?
I own 3 of the older ones. I went through that and
Oh, yeah? Now I'm going to go up front and look at the cars up front, too. Look at a beautiful looking car. Beautiful car. Here's the car. Oh, look at these things. The bugs are having a field day. This is a Z06 Coupe 1LZ for cheap money, 115,580, something like that. 115,500. Look at this. I like the wheels. The nice forged wheels look really, really good. Look at all these. It's definitely a Z06 with the black tips. I love it. And it has the red engine inside. Wow. With some very nice people at Don Mealy Chevrolet down in Claremont. And Christian is, Wheeler is the name of my my contact guy, my salesperson. And he's been very good. So far, so good. So we're getting close. We're about a week away for the build date. It's next week is the build week for my car, and I thought I'd keep you in a little bit of suspense without telling you exactly what it is. And what we'll do is we'll do a video up in a couple of weeks hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks, and we will show you what's going to fill this spot right here. And I'll also explain to you, although I like to hear your comments. Tell me what you think. Should I buy a Z06? Should I buy an E-ray? Tell me what you think, and I will tell you why one of the cars I decided on, but I still love the other car. It's really crazy. I wish I could have them both, but I can't. But the one I picked, I think, is the right one for me, and we'll see if you're right. See if you can guess which one it is. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one when the brand new 2025 something is going to be sitting right here. And the color's going to be very interesting too. It's a new color for this year.